This is Soapbox Radio. Potting it out there with My Line Boots. The Style Edit.
Hey guys, it's Ryan from My Line Boots. Welcome to Soapbox Radio. Today is a very special day both for the blog and I, as My Line Boots enters the radio space with Soapbox Radio. Starting today and every Thursday afternoon at 4 p.m, we'll be getting together to chat, discuss and share things that interest me, things that interest you. In fact, all manner of things from fashion, I'll be calling those shows the Style Edit, to travel, the Travel Edit, to grooming and health, the Well-being Edit, and to general topics, the Lifestyle Edit. But why Soapbox Radio? Well, soapboxes have been used for many years by speakers wanting to make impromptu speeches. So, in modern terms, I see this as someone wanting to engage with an audience, and that is you. And this is what I plan to do. I look forward to a new platform for us to engage on and get to know each other better. But this is not a one-way street. I need to hear from you, right as the show is being broadcast. What's more, I'll be posting content on my social platforms and taking your questions and comments via Twitter and Facebook. Let's engage.
Share your thoughts and be part of the show now. Send a message on Twitter or Facebook at MyLineBoots.
So let's kick off the first show. As you have heard, today is a Style Edit show, and we are discussing the Men's Health Menswear collection show that took place last September at Shimmy Beach Club in Cape Town. My friend Janice is who attended the event with me, and she's in studio today with me to chat about it. Jan, you and I go back how many years?
17.
As we started studying together many years ago.
But for all the guys I'm dating, 13.
Oh, okay. You've gone backwards in age. Janice and I have been besties for many years, and she often comes with me to events, and we were very lucky to share the Men's Health Menswear event. Hey, Jan.
Loved it.
Good. Jan, we really had a great time down in Cape Town for those few days. I seem to remember us making a video on Camps Bay Beach announcing the winner of a competition I just ran on the blog.
I still remember it was Elise Skricker, and we gave her free tickets to come to the Men's Health Menswear Awards.
Ah, that was it. We put the camera in the sand on Camps Bay Beach, and I think we laughed more than we actually did any video recording.
I think Elise didn't even know she'd won.
Yeah, she had to find out in between all the laughs. And we also spent some time enjoying cocktails at Kloof Street House. Man, I could go straight back there now. We even did a little impromptu photo shoot at Kloof Street House while some poor lady was trying to plan a wedding reception.
Well, I mean, it was the first time I've done so many photos. I thought I was a model in my...
You were looking good that day.
My old age. But you had a number of cocktails as well.
Oh, okay. Yes, I remember that. It was a fun time. For those listening, check out my blog post entitled Hot in the City, which I've just posted the link to on my Twitter and Facebook account. This was the post that I put up after our time both in Cape Town and at the Men's Health Menswear event that Janice and I are talking about.
Find My Line Boots on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook. At My Line Boots and on YouTube. At My Line Boots Live.
The Men's Health Menswear event was a rather special event for me, as it was my opportunity to wear a special item of clothing I had recently bought at the war store here in Joburg, Jan. It was a World War I German army officer's coat with the most splendid understated red piping and detail that went so well with my recently acquired red brogues. Those brogues remain one of my most favourite pairs of shoes, and I recently wore them again when I was down in Cape Town for the Sunmet. I think I was smiles from ear to ear at the Men's Health event that night. Jan, remind us what you wore to the event.
Well, I mean, Ryan, I'd selected what I thought was the perfect outfit for the Men's Health Wear Awards,
which you brought down to Cape Town,
which I brought down,
and those
an
13
amazing
suitcases you brought.
Yeah, the 13. What's a girl to do? We were away for 3 days, but then you took me to Kloof Street, and after a cocktail, I spent the whole day shopping, and I bought that beautiful ballerina skirt.
It was very attractive, yeah.
Yep.
In black.
I bought a tiny boob tube woolen shirt, and my red African beads, all South African made clothing.
Yeah, which we found in Kloof Street as we're shopping up a storm in anticipation of the Men's Health Menswear collection. Do you have any styling advice you'd like to share with Janice and I? Perhaps my red brogues are not quite your style. Jan and I would love to hear your thoughts and comments on what we wore to the event. Let's chat up a storm.
This is Soapbox Radio. Potting it out there with My Line Boots. The Style Edit.
So last year's showing of the Men's Health Menswear collection saw the 9th year that this prestigious event was held, returning to Cape Town after being in Joburg for 4 years. What makes the show different from other similar events on the annual calendar is that it showcases ready-to-wear fashion from local South African and international fashion labels. So, the looks you see and like on the evening, you are able to run into the store and purchase the very next day. What's more, each year the event partners with one local fashion designer to showcase their collection. Last year's show featured Issa Leo and was really something to behold. Jan, share some of your thoughts with us on this event.
Well, I mean, I loved it. It was at Shimmy Beach. As you walked in, everyone got to have their own photo taken. It was
you
right
like taking
on.
photos, eh?
Yeah, I
This is a
love
recurring
photos.
theme,
After Cape Town, I thought I was my own model. We got to sit right on the harbour. Luckily for us, we were in the VIP section.
Hosted by Abercrombie and Fitch, I believe.
And let's not forget the Abercrombie and Fitch Fragrance Boys.
Fragrance Boys.
Because I haven't forgotten them yet myself.
Haven't you? I think many people haven't forgotten them.
I would have happily taken one of them home with me.
I think a couple of people tried to that evening, but they were spraying up a storm that night as sharing the further Abercrombie and Fitch First Instinct fragrance.
I mean, I almost thought I was a celebrity because everywhere I looked was a rugby player or fashionistas. I thought I was part of the team.
You were indeed. You were one half of a very successful blogging team. I see Sam Rosemary's just come to us on Twitter, so keep those messages coming. Thanks, Sam, for the good wishes. I hope you hear more from you guys shortly. You can get hold of us on Twitter and on Facebook on my accounts, My Line Boots. Okay. Men's Health fashion editor Aziz Jacobs hosted the event at the stunning Shimmy Beach Club. I couldn't imagine a more perfect location. Unfortunately, Aziz is shooting today, otherwise he would have joined us in the studio for the chat. But I did interview him at the time of writing my blog post, the link for which I've shared on my Twitter and Facebook accounts. Aziz shared with me that last year's show recorded a record turnout, confirming Men's Health as a leading voice in the local fashion industry. Nothing like South Africans pushing the South African fashion agenda.
Find My Line Boots on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
At My Line Boots and on YouTube.
At My Line Boots Live.
Okay, so during my interview with Aziz for the blog post, he shared some styling tips straight from the show. He truly is a wealth of styling tips, and I was quite hard-pressed to press him just to 4 main points. Let me know what you think of the points as we raise them. Firstly, he spoke about short-sleeve shirts. Jan, short-sleeve shirts are something that people either like or don't like. Your thoughts?
I like them if you've got biceps.
Okay. Noted. Let's write that down somewhere. With regards to short sleeve shirts, Aziz admitted that short sleeve shirt is either one of those items that you like or you don't like. But they're made for an easy summer essential, something that's easy and quick to put on when putting an outfit together, especially in the summer months. Secondly, prints and patterns he brought up. Again, I agree with Aziz. Prints and patterns should be your friend, whether you are a beginner pattern person or a risk taker.
Look, I'm of the opinion that not too much prints and patterns.
Okay. So you're not a head-to-toe print and pattern girl,
No,
hey?
I'm more like standard and maybe some print or some standard and then some prints.
Are you one of those people with prints on the socks? And is that like the extent of the prints that you go for?
With my black outfit.
There we go. With the long so you can't see that. Okay, beginner print and patterners, I'm not sure if that's an actual word, should start with accessories such as pattern socks, pocket squares or a hat, while those who enjoy pushing boundaries can go with bold, bright pattern printed shirts as a statement piece. I'm sure you all have at least one item in your wardrobe that you could go to right now to implement this trend. Have a look and see what's in your wardrobe right now. Thirdly, Aziz spoke about the idea of socks and trainers. Now, Jan, you and I have spoken about this before. Okay, is that all you've
So
got?
socks and trainers, Ryan, you love this trend. It's one of your favorites. It's either the shoes with no socks.
The shoes with long socks.
Look, a little bit of a tanned leg. It works for me.
That's always been my challenges there, my luminous white legs with the socks and the trainers. Some people are unsure where the sock ends and the leg starts.
A little OCR calf with the sneaker. I'm in love.
As Aziz pointed out at the time, socks and trainers give a fresh, preppy injection to your look, but you need to ooze with confidence and show that you are confident in that look. It's all about confidence with looks like these.
Look, you wear it all the time, so I think you pull it off. I mean, you've made it your
The no
signature statement, the no socks look.
Yeah, okay. Perhaps a few practice rounds for those of us who are wanting to try the socks and sneakers look should be done. Maybe a few rounds down to the local spa in order to test your feeling on this trend. Maybe that will work to see if it works for you.
Yes.
Possibly. Okay. Maybe not so high on your agenda this afternoon, Jan. Okay, lastly, Aziz spoke about the return of 70s style. Now, when we say 70s style, often people get very stressed and
We think brown suits.
and big bell bottoms and big lapels like that. Okay. 70s style is a fashion trend for this year, but we're not talking the head to toe, that 70s show or a costume party type appeal. You're not looked to meant like a strange person. But he urges that the stylish man should bring elements of this trend into his look, such as a paisley printed shirt. Bingo, you see I did it again there, trends and 70s, eh? Or perhaps a pair of see-through glasses. The key is subtlety. On the see-through glasses, I did note one rather stylish chap at the recent Sun Met pulling this off. It really looked great and gave a great standout element of interest and originality to his overall look. Have you seen people wearing those 70s styled frame glasses?
Didn't I actually buy a pair on Cliff Street?
We bought many things in Cliff Street. So
I did actually buy a
for
pair.
me to remember specifically, it may very well have been. You see, you were forecasting trends already. Next time we go shopping, I'm going to video you and it'll become a forecast trend of what we see coming. So tell me, Jan, would you like to see your man flaunting some of these trends at your next little soiree?
Look, at that event, the thing that stuck with me the most was definitely the swimsuit collection, where the men were wearing their Speedos and swim trunks. I would be very happy for my man to wear that.
What, the swim trunks?
Yes.
Okay, swim trunks have a place in fashion, I believe.
But I've got into the look with the sneakers and socks.
Yes.
It works for me.
Okay, so that's sounding good. So you found some great inspiration, and you'd be happy for your man to be parading these things out.
Yes.
Next you go on
the
your...
swim shorts just for me, but the rest...
You can't wear swim shorts everywhere though. What about letting a little bit of 70s style happening there? Okay, we got a message from Candace who says shows of mix and local international fashion brands. She likes that. Thanks, Cans. Yeah, Men's Health Menswear collection does show you a collection of local and international. But for me, the main thing about Men's Health Menswear collection is that you can go out and buy the stuff. It's not
the
like
very next day.
Very much so. It's not like going to Fashion Week where you get to see these amazing outfits or elements of the outfit that you'd like, but they're not available.
Or you can't actually wear it. What we saw at Men's Health was very wearable outfits.
Very much street style, ready to wear.
Yes.
You know, very much so.
And I mean, they really had something for everyone. It didn't matter what your style was. It was there.
It covered the bases, eh? Okay. So, dear listener, were you at the Men's Health Menswear event last year? Share your thoughts on the fashion and trends you experienced at the event with Jan and I on Twitter and Facebook now. Would love to hear from you.
This is Soapbox Radio.
Potting it out there.
Potting it out there with My Lime Boots. The Style Edit.
So the headline sponsor at the event was Abercrombie & Fitch First Instinct. This fragrance resounds with notes of gin and tonic, aromatic pepper, and sleek amber, and is inspired by the first moments of attraction, when two people's worlds collide and a spark is ignited. Jan, what do you think of this fragrance? For those who are not with us, I'm busy spraying it around the studio now as we speak. Did you want some?
It's still one of my favorites.
Okay. What do you enjoy most about the fragrance?
It's got a bit of an orange.
Very citrusy.
It's very citrusy.
Yes, I think it's the bergamot. It's either bergamot or the vetiver that you're picking up there. A very well-developed palate, I must say, Jan. So tell me, Jan, does your man live by his first instinct?
Well, and what's the rating of the show?
Oh no, we'd have to default to high authority on that one. Is it too risque to share with us?
I think so.
Okay.
But I live by my instinct.
Do you live by your first instinct? Eh? Sure. Talk about women's lib. Eh? That's awesome. Okay, now Jan, while we were enjoying all that Cape Town had to offer, we stayed at the amazing Mojo Hotel in Sea Point, and man was that an experience. This hybrid hotel, located 1 block from the promenade, offers a variety of rooms to meet a variety of needs, from backpackers to executive suites. We both had the privilege of staying in an executive suite, complete with custom wall murals. Didn't you find the hotel an inspiration to explore?
I loved the hotel. The hotel was so different from normal hotels. It was very artistic. Everywhere had murals. I loved the bicycles.
Okay.
I loved the downstairs area where they had a coffee shop where people were just sitting there having coffee.
They made really good coffee.
Sure thing.
Yeah.
And your room was amazing because it led up onto the roof. which led for amazing photos.
We got some great shots that day
Great.
with Tegan Smith. Remember that shot
Amazing.
that we had there? Hey? Noja also have a rather novel concept with bikes available at the hotel for you to take and explore Sea Point, or perhaps even Cape Town for those who are more energetic at heart. I like places that think outside the box like this. However, I must admit that I did not opt for the bike option, as I found it was quicker to get around in the car.
Listen, I was ready to take photos of you on a bicycle because I think it would have been the first exercise you'd had in 17 years.
On a bicycle, yes. I've had lots of other exercises. My fingers are very adept at putting keys on a keyboard. Yeah, be sure to check out the link I posted to my Twitter and Facebook accounts to see some of the shots I took of the Mojo Hotel while Jan and I were staying there, including a pre-Men's Health Menswear event photo shoot with the awesome Tegan Smith on the roof of the hotel with great backdrops of Table Mountain.
Just
Remember
beautiful.
those? Yeah. You'll also find all Mojo's contact details in my blog post, the link to which is up now on my Twitter and Facebook accounts.
Share your thoughts and be part of the show now.
Send a message on Twitter or Facebook.
At MyLine Boots.
So Kerry's come to us on Twitter from Pleiades Media and said, bearskin boots definitely not my style. I don't know if you're talking about MyLine boots with bare legs, Kerry. I'm not sure if that's what you... Maybe you can clarify for that. What colours are in for this coming winter season? I think definitely very much the more earthy browns, browns and dark greens, matching them with some of the pastel colors. Pastel doesn't only have to be worn in summer months. We can use elements of pastel as we go into the cooler months, especially in South Africa where we have such a temperate climate. It works well for that. So thanks, Kay. Be sure to share your thoughts with us on Facebook and Twitter. So where to from here with the Men's Health Menswear annual event? Well, during my interview with Aziz, which can be found on my blog post, he would not commit to where the event would be held and if it would remain in Cape Town. He did make the point that this year's event will be the 10th anniversary of the Men's Health Menswear collection. So if the 2016 event was anything to go by, I think we are in for an absolute treat as the event hits the big 1-0. Nobody throws better parties than fashionistas. Jan, where would you like to see the event take place this year?
I mean, obviously, I'm going to want it in Johannesburg. And what about some of my favorite regenerated areas such as Braamfontein or Mabeneng, my favorite places for the weekends?
There's lots of places to host an event of this sort of stature. I think of the sheds in Braamfontein in Newtown actually, and just even in Mabeneng, a living room. Okay, that's a bit small, but there's lots of places. We love to hang out in Mabeneng,
Yes.
you and I, and
But
Braamfontein.
bring it back to Joburg. Bring it to Joburg. There's lots of fashionistas here.
There
We're
are
ready. We
indeed.
have outfits.
We even take them with to Cape Town and throw them out the door. Okay.
But the one thing I don't want to change about that event, Ryan, was their goodie bag.
The goodie
Do you remember
bag.
the goodie bag?
Remind us what was in the goodie bag, Jan.
We got Abercrombie and Fitch.
The first Instinct bottle, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
We got a cell phone charger from
we did
Woolworths.
indeed, yes.
We got some happy socks.
I don't know if those phone chargers were from Woolworths. I think that the logo was just a W,
Oh.
but let's go for it. They were Woolworths cell phone chargers. And some great happy socks, eh?
Yes.
What did you do with your happy socks?
I wear them.
Do you?
Yes.
You enjoy them?
I do.
Okay, you must tell me when you wear yours and I can wear mine and we can do something together. I think there's a photo shoot somewhere in there.
And let's not forget the Sorbet men's range that was inside there as well.
Yeah, some great products from Sorbet.
My brother must close his ears now because that was his Christmas gift.
Did you re-gift?
I
Re-gift the
re-gifted.
goodie bag. Did you use the actual goodie bag as the covering, as the packaging?
I did. I just put a
Did you?
Christmas card on it.
Did that come from the show as well? Okay. Yeah, Tegan Smith just come to us on Twitter and said she's listening in. Thanks, Tegan. Tegan did the shots of you and I, which people can find on the blog before we went to the Men's Health Menswear event.
Still some of my favorite photos because she made me look so young.
She got some great pictures of you in that swinging thing.
Yes.
That thing with the mountain in the background.
Exactly.
And in fact, people who are listening probably don't know, but Janice does her own show here on Brand Live on the second Tuesday of every month. Tell us about that, Jan.
Well, it's called My Work, My Life.
Okay.
It's really the whole idea is to help people reinvent themselves, find a new role. How do you find a job and how do you make some money in South Africa?
Okay. And you're involved in recruiting.
I am.
Indeed. So people should chat to you if they're looking for a job.
Definitely.
Okay. But you started out as a CA, same as me. You and I together, huh?
Yes.
And look where we've
you
come
see,
now.
you can change anything. I mean,
Gee whiskers.
we went from CA, our grey suits, to you with no socks.
Grey suits and no socks is actually cool for next week. Hey, Jan, what an awesome time we've had chatting about our trip to Cape Town. Great to relive that experience and go through it all again with you. Thank you.
Definite.
So, that was the first Soapbox radio show. What a blast. Thank you for engaging directly with Janice and I this afternoon. I have so much planned for future shows as we cover lifestyle events, travel destinations, and so many other interesting shows. So many other interesting topics. It really is an honor and a blessing for me to engage with you, my audience, on this new platform. And the shows will not be limited to in-studio broadcasts. I'll be taking to the streets, festivals, and quirky locations across South Africa and beyond as we continue this conversation. But I want to hear from you. Tell me what's happening in your area. Is there a little-known festival that you and your mates celebrate? Would love to come share with you and do an outside broadcast right from there and then. Also, let me know what topics are of interest to you so that we can create great content together.
Find My Lime Boots on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
At My Lime Boots and on YouTube.
At My Lime Boots Live.
So, I mean, Ryan, what about some of the South African fashion designers?
Well, that's very much what we do on My Lime Boots. We're looking to support local fashion design and to incorporate local fashion design together with international fashion brands that we have locally here in South Africa. Nothing worse for me than to see somebody dress head to toe in designer stores, labels only. We should be infusing and supporting the local market. So, point taken, definitely, to be supporting the local designers, especially here in Melville where we find ourselves at 27 Boxes.
Yes.
There's many local designers based around here. And the design inspiration is all around us, as we see.
Definitely.
Thanks for that point, Jan. So coming up next week, we'll be joined in studio by my friend Kerry to discuss our recent Cape Winelands trip, which saw us visit 3 wine farms in the Western Cape. As you may have heard of late, wine farms have been under fire following a documentary revealing shocking labour practices on the Cape wine farms. While I firmly believe that such questionable labour practices are limited to certain farms, be sure to join Kerry and I as we take a closer look at elements of the industry and reveal what I hope you will see as a new emerging farmer and winemaking practices that put sustainability and human dignity at the centre of the operation. Until next time, Limeys.
You've been listening to Soapbox Radio.
Podding it out there with My Lime Boots.